Hats. I'm a strong believer in hats. I was a young man stationed in New York in the military, and I had the good fortune of meeting this splendid woman, and she was my age. She flew for Trans-Caribbean, and I was completely smitten with this woman, and there were a number of reasons for it. One was it was the first, while living in New York, the first girlfriend I had had. And she was the real deal. She was a New York lady. And I was sure, as young men sometimes are, as crazy as it seems, I was sure this is the woman I was going to marry. So I actually sent home news that I had found the woman I was going to marry, and I wanted my family to know it, which I very rarely ever did, was to ask permission for anything of my family. Once I was about 14, 15, I was pretty much on my own. So the story is that I get summoned from my father, who was at that time in his life, living as about his third life, living as a carpenter and a cabinet maker, an old-style Italian cabinet maker. He could build anything in wood, speedboats, chairs, anything. And I went to his shop. He summoned me from New York. I go find him. He's working. And as he was always working, he had a cigarette, a cork tip in his mouth with all ashes as he's working. And when you saw my father, you had to bring coffee. If you didn't bring the coffee, that's mine. I love you.
As if on cue here.
Thank you so much. You had to bring the coffee. His saying was, if you don't bring the coffee, don't come. So I had to wait while he was working, because you couldn't interrupt my father when he was working. My mother was the same way. You didn't interrupt her when she was doing something. You had to wait for a pause, and then you jumped in, and you started to communicate. So after a while, I produced the coffee, and we start to have our coffee, and he's smiling at me. And he said, "Figlio mio, my son, I hear you're getting married." After a while, I say, "Yeah, Papa, I'm going to get married." And the woman's name was Gloria Rivera. She flew for Trans-Caribbean. She had long jet black hair, gorgeous eyes, beautiful lips. She was just this exotic thing from another planet. And I was completely infatuated with her. And so he asked me the question. And to this day, it's echoing somewhere in outer space. Do you think it's a good idea? So I never answered the question. I went back to New York and I never got married. Not to Gloria. So this song is called New York Lady. A New York lady coming down for me, yeah. I can smell her perfume from way down here. New York lady coming round for me, just for me. You can laugh and sing and we'll dance all night, sip cocktails in the shadows in a side street somewhere. A New York lady coming down for me today, today. New York lady all dressed up to kill, break my heart in a moment soon. I thought she will, a downtown girl from New York, just for me. I know what they think about me. I know they think that I can't give them the company, oh, the company that they seek. A New York lady dressed up to kill, she'll break my heart in a moment soon. I thought she will, a downtown girl from New York, just for me. New York lady coming round for me today. Yes, today. I can hear laughing growing closer to me. I wanna see her coming closer to me. I need her closer, closer to me. New York lady, all dressed up to kill, break my heart in a moment soon. I thought she will, a modern girl from New York, just for me, just for me. New York lady coming down for me. I can smell her perfume from way down here. New York lady coming round for me today, just for me, just for me, just for me. Thank you. I have the great good fortune of having one of the better sound people I know who's arrived on motorcycle. So in a little while I'm going to say, sneak over here and straighten this crap out for me. But he doesn't want to work today. But the better joke, the better story is, the last time he sat through that song, I started in the wrong key. And I came in somewhere in the, like, stratosphere. So I asked my son last night, do you think I should start with New York Lady, or do you think I should start with Lonely Child? And he said, man, Lonely Child, you're already bringing them to hell, Dad. You know, you're already getting too deep. So start with New York Lady, because it's like humanizing. You know, it's like, those weren't his words, but that was his expression. My son Arcangelo is in the corner. He helped me set up today. And my lovely wife is here, dressed like a little flower. So now I'm going to do a little bit of the other side. One night late, as some people know, I don't sleep very much. It could be that the act of sleeping too closely resembles death or something, but I've dealt with the metaphors all my life. I sleep in 2-hour spurts, and then I usually, you know, maybe about 4 hours in the course of a night, 5 hours, something like that. And is this the one that's bad? This is the bad one here. This one's really annoying me today. There it is. All right. So I'm up late one night and I'm exchanging great conversation with a gentleman in Sweden. And as many of you know, our music in different stages, country western in some countries, blues in some countries. And you'll find these people like in Holland who are absolutely aficionados at blues or whatever. And this one gentleman, Stefan, his name was, he had been to the jazz festivals in Newport. He would fly here to go to the jazz festival or the folk festival. So we would have interesting repartee about different characters and things. And after a while I realized he was my age. It may surprise you, but I'm not a teenager. And so we got to talking about how some people become disappointed in music because their expectations in the beginning maybe are a little misplaced. I've always enjoyed making music. I love making music. I seldom have put big, important expectations on it. I just like making it. I like writing it, performing, doing all the stuff. I've done other things in art that I put far more expectations on. But I came up with this concept that night in conversation. The next morning I got up and I wrote this song. That sounds like a Glenn Campbell statement there. And I got up next morning. Called A Lonely Child. I want to see if I can actually find some music here that I brought with me. I'm a little embarrassed when I can't remember the words to other people's music. But the most embarrassing thing is when you forget like whole verses of your own music. See, like I finally found New York Lady there. So this song is really about people who fall in love with, I say guitar, but it's anything, a piano, a trumpet, a kazoo, and suddenly realize that there's a part of them, there's a part of their psyche that's addicted to it. And even if they want to, they really can't let go of it. Now I know there are other activities like that, friends that play golf or tennis or run, but in the way of music, what happens with the guitar is the guitar takes on a persona and it watches you from across the room and it says to you, come across the room, pick me up, and spend another hour, 2 or 3 or 4 buried in your own noise. So we'll wait for that to go by. There's Christopher Johnson. I'm tuned to drop D. I always like to say, no good news ever comes with a drop D. Step into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. If your mama didn't mention it, all bound to die. Ain't no cure for curing us, no reason to deny. I rocked that boat long time ago. Who the hell am I? A lonely child. You're frightened by the darkness and your shadow owns your fear. Forgetting all your memory, ignoring all you hear. You dreamed that you were real once, woke up to find you gone. Stained and broken pieces, all that's left to linger on. Lonely child. Keep playing that guitar, boy, playing like you do. playing that guitar, boy. Keep drowning out those blues. You listen to the great ones echoed out their every song, put together all their puzzles while each one would come along. Toiled on old memories like they could keep us here. No way out, no hiding place, there's nothing left to fear, you lonely child. I'll keep playing that guitar, boy, playing like you do. Playing that guitar, girl, keep drowning out those blues. I've seen a better day go by. I've watched so many songs in time. Watch my mirror change my mind from all my rights to wrong. And after all the songs of silent time will march along, stride without that guitar, it will write my songs, will sing along, you lonely child. Keep playing that guitar, boy, playing like you do. Playing that guitar, boy, keep drowning out those blues. Step into my parlor, said the spider to the fly. If your mama didn't mention it, we're all bound to die. Ain't no cure for curing us, no reason to deny. I rocked that boat long time ago, and who the hell am I, lonely child? Keep playing that guitar, boy, playing like you do. Playing that guitar, boy, keep drowning out those blues. Keep pounding out, keep sounding out those blues. Thank you. So, you get a piece of wood, you force it into a rather sensual shape. Everybody agrees upon that. It's got the anatomical qualities of a human. You tie gut or metal strings in tension, and it comes alive, and it talks to you, and you establish a rapport with the guitar. If you're dedicated to it, it'll always be there to talk to you. It doesn't always have the things to say you want to hear, but it's always there talking. I hope you don't mind that I do this, but at 72, I'm at that point now where, you know, you leave the room and you go, why am I in this room? What was the point of this room now? I know there are things in this room for me, but I would venture to say most of the songs that have been written, especially in the blues idiom, I perform in what's now called, I think, Americana-folk-blues. And in the blues idiom, these are songs about human struggle and sacrifice and suffering and the payments that we make to be alive and to be a part of each other. A lot of the songs I write about are what I like to call dark love songs, about things that maybe don't turn out the way you expect them to. And as adults know, that's kind of par for the course. Most things in life do not turn out the way you expect them to. So I like lost my tolerance for listening to the experts, personally. 72 years old, they ain't been right about anything yet. Acid rain, killer bees, all of it. You know, the people building bomb shelters in the basement. Duck and roll, that was fun for kids. I'm going to change guitars again. And a great deal of love songs have been written about how things have gone bad. And I have a feeling that most of these things are thought about after the fact. In fact, I think that lovers, once they part, say the greatest things to themselves that they never said to the other person. And I think that's part of human nature. It's like when you ask people to tell a story and the narrative changes each time they tell it, you know. Is that on? One guitar keeps tricking me. Now it's on. Look out the window, watch the clouds rolling by, see the wind change, watch the moon pull the tide. No foregone conclusions, no pause, no sweet goodbye. Let the stars shine, put a diamond in your eye. When all your reasons are transparent and untrue, spoil your soul and make a fool of you. Don't start crying, don't shed a tear. Make this easy, get yourself away from here. No more confusion, don't say a word. Don't start lying with words. I've already heard. When all your reasons are transparent and untrue, you'll spoil your soul and make a fool of you. Take my heartache, yeah, it's more than I can bear. Make this easy, get yourself away from here. Look out the window, watch the clouds rolling by. See the wind change, watch the moon pull the tide. See the wind change, watch the moon pull the tide. Watch the moon pull the tide. Watch the moon pull the tide. Thank you. Most of the songs I've written, a few of them, maybe 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I would sit down and wordsmith and try to figure out what they were and what they should sound like. And then about maybe 8 years ago or something like that, I started doing something very different where I'll feel like playing one certain guitar and it'll give me certain sounds. And then based upon that sounds, I'll create a melody, and the words will kind of write themselves. And I record them live. I have 1,400 posts on several music sites. People that follow my music know that's true. I have 26 albums of my music. And most of it has been written free verse from my heart without editing of any kind, recorded live. My wife, who's a professional writer, watches me do it most days. Most days I get up, grab a guitar, and I play, and at least a couple of times a week now, I'll write a song. But at the fury of it, I was doing this about 5 times a day, writing about 5 songs a day. And I wanted to see why it was going on. So I just kept doing it. And then at one point I just said, that's enough. I don't want to do that anymore. But it got easier. And the reason I did it was when my son was very young, he would be waiting for me outside. When I would take my shower, I would come out and he would be waiting for me with his little guitar. And he would make a new song every day. And I said, Picasso was right. Think like the child, and you're pure. So he's here. He doesn't play guitar anymore. He doesn't write for me anymore. But that's okay. He does lots of other things. And wow, did you hear that? Siri has found where I am. Let's get rid of her. Gary Wilson, to you, Anna, and Lucy. We're never going to make it to Brooklyn. Coop and I have some ass kicking. Gary, he has some ass kicking something to go on. All right, let's get rid of this. Yeah, I've asked everyone not to use a cell phone except to film or take pictures today, and not to have conversations if you would, because I like giving these very quiet. This is when I can hear the best and try to do my best. And I hope you're not offended by that request, but I sit sometime and I'll be playing and I can look into the audience and watch people going like this. So you know they're not even present with you. And so it kind of, it feels like you're making love alone or something. That's a, you know, we know what that's called, right? Let's do something a little bit. Woody Allen says that when you make love with yourself, at least you're doing it with someone you love, right? That's what. I think he's right. This song's got a good setup. So everybody I know that's ever had a pet, how many people here have ever had a pet? And you all had the smartest cat in the world, right? All the smartest dog. Now, I've had some of the negative myself. A couple of dogs that I said is so dumb. I'm not sure if they're like a vegetable instead of a dog. But generally speaking, most people connect with their own pets so well that they're convinced that the cat is absolutely brilliant, or the dog is brilliant, or the gopher is brilliant, or whatever it is you've got. And what it really has to do with our own subjectivity and our own needs. And when you follow that through with human relationships, like being in love, when you lose the one you love, when they walk off, or they meet someone else, or they decide you're no longer the apple of their eye, or whatever, the world comes to an end for a short period of time. You're sure of it, that the world will never smell the same, that the birds will never sing to you, and that the gig is up. That's one of the human dilemmas. When you get your heart broken, which is a good thing, because it puts you in touch with your own emotions. It's like when you lose someone and you get to bury them and you say goodbye, it tears at your heartstrings because it says you are alive. This is what being alive is. It's a good human emotion. So this song is partly contrived of that notion about what it feels like when things go wrong in a relationship. Happened once a day. What can I say? Home, the world imploded on itself. Sky fell from above. No one in love with you. It happened once a day. What can I say? Your world breaking up in two. Oh, mama hurt me so. Break down my door. Come and love your daddy just one more time again. Break it into the end. Oh, mama hurt me so. Come and love your daddy just one more time. I'll be breaking up inside. I see the flames in your heart. I see the flames in your eyes, breaking you apart. Oh, mama, hurt me so, break me up in pieces. Let me lay down, let me lay down right here, just one more time. I hear the bell ringing downstairs. I'm so afraid, open up that door, there might be someone there who will steer me away, yeah. Oh, mama hurt me so, break down my door, come and love your daddy just one more time again. Hurt me till the end. I see the demons, demons in your heart. I see the demons in your soul, breaking you apart. I really mean it now. Oh, mama, hurt me so. I don't know what you're doing, but I know it's all wrong. Oh, mama, oh, hurt me so. It happened today. What can I say? The world imploded on itself, and the sky fell from above. No one in love with you. Thank you. I'm of the feeling that in life, joy and sorrow are one and the same. They're wired into the same parts of our brain, our heart, our nervous system. They overwhelm us, and again, they make us feel alive. I don't know about you, but I've laughed at funerals. And I've cried for the wrong people. So, common human experiences, the things that tie us together. The most valuable things, I think, are the things that tie us together. Not the things that keep us apart. And not the little bitty things that make us so friggin' unique. Because in the big fabric of life, we're just one sheet of whatever it is. And we're here for a short time, right? What time do we have?
3:40.
What is it?
3:40.
I love you. She'd been here, and she had to sit through the sound check with us, which, I don't know, I owe you something for that. I don't know. Was it okay?
Great.
I don't think this song needs an introduction. I do want to check my... I had a very rich uncle once. He sent me away on a beautiful tropical paradise vacation where there were fireworks every night, and I came back 2/3 deaf and was not able to play guitar until tuners like this were very cheap. And occasionally my hearing still fails me badly enough that even with a tuner, I can't be in tune. And usually the people around me the most know that. They deal with it all the time. But I have almost no upper range, and a good part of my middle range is gone. I have better than average low range. Like, I can tell you when the dog is walking around on the first floor, or somebody closes a cart door. But all the electronic beep noises, they do not exist in my world, which is nice. Oh, the rain might wash the ground, the tide might wash the shore, the feet might tumble through the wind. You'll still be reaching out for more. Hold on, hold on, hold on to me. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on to me. Nothing really matters in a world such as this. Nothing part of a big plan, free falling to a dark abyss. When you look outside the world, what is it that you see? Nothing really matters except you and me. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. World just keeps spinning around without my permission. Nothing really matters much to me. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on to me. Oh, the rain might wash the ground, tide might wash the shore, leaves might tumble through the wind. You'll still be reaching out for more. Hold on, hold on, hold on to me. Nothing really matters much except you and me. Thank you. Where's my lovely friend Kelly? Is she about? I'm wondering if this is when she wanted to take a break. I'll do one more and then we'll do a break. If that's okay, if you don't mind. Oh, I like this one. As a young man, I discovered what's called the way, or it discovered me, and I became a Buddhist at age 22. Maybe 21 is more like it, but I'll say 22. It's a good thing. Buddha, hear me now. I want to see the smiling face looking down on me. I'll never be a perfect man. If Jesus smiles as he hung there on his cross, looking down to the ground, knowing that he'd never be a perfect man. Gandhi laughing at me. He knows most people are blind as they can be. Buddha looks down on me. Gracious praise, Statue of Liberty. Be honest, be kind, always be brave. Looking down upon me, I'd never be, I know I'll never be a perfect man. Gandhi laughing at me. He knows most people blind as they can be. If Buddha looks down on me, gracious praise, sweet bitter poverty, I hope I know just one little fact. Buddha looking down on me. I'd never be, I hope I'll never be a perfect man, a perfect man. Perfect man. Thank you. I'm going to take a 10-minute. Is that good? Oh, you want to keep going? We can keep going if you like. All right. I'm going to just change guitars real quick because I like that. Figlio mio, vieni qua un momento. In mano. Prende questo, aspetta. That way I'll have these out of the way. You know. How boomy is it? Is it too boomy? Is it okay?
Sounds a little high. Is that speaker cracked? Speaker.
That.
Does it have a crack in
It was doing fine, and then we got here and everything was wrong with it. It's the weirdest thing.
It's like it's
Come in
it's like
to
it's
some
doing
adjustment. Hold on to those. I'll take out the other two guitars so I don't have 4 guitar thing. We did all the sound check in the world last night, and then we got here, everything was wrong. It was the weirdest thing. Did this something that haha.
That wasn't it.
That was it. No, that was it. You got demons in there. Let them out. There's demons, I tell you.
Right to the point. No, I know just what you mean.
Even as a friend.
So
Is she worth
yeah, it was so like it's such a fine job, fine tuning light balance and whatnot. We got here and it was all wrong.